Today is March 18th, 2024. I'm in my new apartment in Chicago. And I want to turn the camera on because for the first time in a very long time, I have a wildly overwhelming sense of peace. Which, if you've watched my videos in the past and you know anything about being an entrepreneur, you know that's a pretty rare feeling to have. I don't know, my confidence in the future and in my abilities is at an all-time high right now, and I figured if I'm gonna document the lows and put them on this channel, I should do the same for the highs. My business is about to hit 3 years old, which is so crazy to think that I've been doing this for 3 years now, because it feels so long but also so short at the same time. I don't know, it's hard to describe. If there's one thing for sure, is the last 3 years have just been an absolute emotional roller coaster in a lot of different ways. And one of the reasons why is I just constantly go through this wave of being ultra confident about the future, optimistic, and then a couple months later, the most pessimistic, thinking I'm going to fail and thinking everything's coming to an end. And it's really exhausting at times, but I genuinely think that's part of this game, and everyone I talk to that is an entrepreneur agrees and says they feel the same thing. I'd say October, November last year, I got a little burnt out. I had grinded really hard that summer. I went all in on making content, developing new products, and it was just, I was working really hard, which was good, but I think it caused me to have a little bit of burnout in October, November. And I remember having thoughts of wanting to sell the business and get out of it and do something new. I just wasn't confident in it. I don't know, I just didn't see a super bright future with it. In my notebook times where I'm talking about how I'm going to sell the business and do something new with more opportunity and all that. But fast forward to now, we're in March, and I just am so optimistic and see such a bright future. It's insane. When I was in that time in October, I kind of looked at the business as it had almost reached a ceiling. There wasn't much room for growth. There wasn't much room for innovation. I just thought it was kind of where it was going to be, and I'd pretty much squeezed all the juice out of this orange. But sure enough, I came up with a new product, and it's in the same category of what I'm currently doing, but has a lot bigger audience and customer base. Whereas my current products are for very specific hardcore golfers who really care about their equipment, this new product is something that literally anyone who golfs would want this, and it will help you and make your golf game better. You'll see when it comes out. It's crazy how optimistic I am now and how excited I am about this, and I haven't felt this level of excitement in a very long time. One of the cool things about this second product launch is the fact that it kind of feels like a second try. So building Club Doctor was my first real attempt in e-commerce product development, that whole world. And I made a lot of mistakes along the way. My first branding packaging was not great. It was really ugly. I'm still not in love with the way it is today, but it's okay. The way I handled the social media was off. I just made a lot of mistakes, as anyone would at their first try. I'm sure I'll make a lot more moving forward. But this new product, and it's almost like a sub-brand of Club Doctor. So there's Club Doctor, and then this new product will exist in almost its own brand underneath. I think there's huge potential to build that out. Besides that, it feels like a second try and like a second rep, and it's just so refreshing because all the mistakes I made with Club Doctor I'm no longer making, and I'm being very conscious and intentional about everything I do with this product and this brand, and I just love how beautifully it's coming together and everything's falling into place perfectly, and I have such a clearer vision of where I can take the product, where the development of it. product number one, product number two, variations of each. It's so much more clear and obvious, and it just made me realize how big experience is and how big having that first rep and that first try with my first and still my current brand and company, how big that plays into my second try and second go at it. And it's, I think a reason that's bringing me a lot of peace is because I'm starting to realize what a valuable skill set and knowledge base I've developed through this whole process. I genuinely feel that I've developed an eye and a brain for product and this whole e-commerce landscape. And what I mean by that is I genuinely feel like I can recognize what's going to work and what's not, and like just recognize if an opportunity is good and like on how big of a scale it can become. And so I think that just makes me feel like really good, because I've never, I don't know, I'm young, I'm 23 years old, I've never felt like an expert in anything. I went to engineering school, I graduated, but by no means did I feel like a professional engineer, that I knew electrical engineering inside and out. Like, there was still so much that was really intimidating, and the thought of going into a career in that was really intimidating because I didn't feel like I actually knew how to be an engineer. And I don't think anyone really does. I don't think anyone goes into a job thinking they know how to do it. I don't know, this is the first time I've felt like, wow, I know this discipline in this area so well and can recognize opportunity and gaps in the market. I don't know, it makes me feel really good about my future and whether it be brands I build or value I provide for other people. I'm a lot more confident in my abilities and thoughts and knowledge in this ecosystem. That was kind of a rant, but like I said, since I have my YouTube channel pulled up right here and I can just see all the videos where I'm documenting very negative times and very low points in this process, I wanted to be sure that I turn on the camera and document a positive time where I feel really good and I'm confident about the future and excited about the future. I'm really excited once this product finally drops and it's out and I can like fully reveal it. I want to do a lot of videos around it. Because like I said, now that it was my second time, I was a lot more strategic, thought out with how I did things, and I would like to share that information with the internet because I think it's valuable, and ultimately one of my goals is to, anything I learn, I just want to provide for free. So I think I'm going to do a bunch of videos about the brand, maybe document the launch, and really just be a lot more intentional of filming the process of how I build it out, the next steps, whatnot. So I'm excited about that too. So with that being said, I'm sorry it's been a long time since I've made a video. I've been all over the place. I've been in New York, Scottsdale, but finally back in Chicago. So hoping that I'll pick up the camera a lot more and just be creative. That's one of my favorite things about doing videos like this, is being creative, using music I like in a unique way, and just creating. So hopefully I'll be back with another video soon. If not, I'm sorry, but until the next one, thanks for watching.